So about 30 days ago, I decided to relaunch Pinterest to see if it could be another income stream after all the AIP changes, when many of us saw all our on-site commissions drop dramatically. Hey, 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 it's Heather here, the money making connector. What is AIP? It's the Amazon Influencer Program, and I still love it, but I also realize I don't want all my eggs in one basket, right? I'm looking for ways to build something that's much more sustainable, something that's evergreen, meaning content that can continue to make money long after I publish it. So I thought I'd spend the next 90 days documenting my journey and sharing what's actually working. Now, it's not just the wins, it's also the struggles too. So let's dive in. When I started this relaunch, my goal wasn't just to make quick money because Pinterest is a long game. It was more about building something that could grow with me over time and work even when I wasn't working. So instead of relying on social media posts that disappear after a day or two, I wanted content that could continue bringing in traffic months after I published them. And somewhere along the way, I realized I wasn't just building a Pinterest account, I was building a brand. And honestly, I didn't start out thinking that way. It became pretty obvious pretty quickly that you needed to do this. So, Trail to Table Living was born, and it's not just about Amazon products. It's about wellness after 50, outdoor adventures, and everyday style, and products that genuinely make life easier for us. So, my goal for Pinterest was to become the front door for that brand, or one of the doors to have my brand found. The biggest difference this time around is that I stopped creating content randomly. Now, don't get me wrong, I still struggle with this. Every day I see another shiny object that I want to choose, right? That I want to do. But I'm getting better at it now that I have, or I'm working on building a system. Instead of reacting, I'm building a system. And systems take time and they take a lot of tweaking and adjusting and testing. And they definitely take patience. So now one blog post becomes multiple Pinterest pins. It becomes carousel pins, it becomes product recommendations, it becomes short form videos eventually. Haven't actually gotten there yet. And it also becomes a driver for an email list. So instead of constantly starting over, I'm finally building assets. That was probably the biggest mind shift of the entire process. I always felt like I was starting over, building something new, but now I finally feel like I have something in place that I'm actually making a little bit of traction. So let's talk about the results or the numbers because I love numbers. So when I started this relaunch 90-day intensive, my Pinterest account was basically quiet. I've showed you the numbers from the beginning. And honestly, I wasn't consistent. I didn't really understand what Pinterest was about. So that was definitely the main goal, was to understand what Pinterest purpose was. It's a search engine, so if people are actually coming to Pinterest to find something and to get consistent and build a strategy. Now I'm starting to see thousands of impressions, not just a handful or maybe even zero on my pins. I've had multiple 2,000 impression days and one day over 4,000, so that's pretty exciting. Does it mean that I've made it? Hardly, because actually that is actually really, really a small number, and I do want that to get much, much bigger every single day, right? I want that number to actually keep growing. And it's not just about views. We need people to take action. So, yeah, I could get impressions, but I need the click. I need people to sign up for my email list and I need them to purchase products. But it is encouraging because Pinterest is a long game, right? I'm not expecting instant money. I'm building a following and I'm building consistent content. So the content that I create today might not take off for a week or a month or maybe even several months. Like, for instance, I have this World Cup board that didn't do anything the first 30 days and the last couple days because the World Cup just started. It's starting to take off. It is seasonal, so I need to find a way to capture that and turn that into more of a lifestyle, maybe some backyard stuff or whatever. So I'm going to work on that. But that's why consistency matters so much. And when you have seasonal items, you want to make sure that you have that sprinkled in with everyday evergreen content. One metric that I have been following is that sponsored opportunity in the Amazon Influencer Program. That's the pay per click, or actually not pay per click, it's earn per click. That's where we have products that we promote that we earn for the click, not for the purchase, which is actually really exciting because we really can't control whether people are going to purchase or not. But if we can drive traffic to that product, we can earn from it. And I really, really like that. But I'm also not promoting just anything. I'm very, very picky on the things that I do promote. It has to be selling on Amazon. It has to have 4 stars or more. And I actually have to like it where I feel okay recommending it, and it would be a product that I would actually use. So I may not be earning like other content creators are here because I'm not chasing those trends, but when they fit into my content, that is actually a great bonus. So let's talk about what's happened in the last 60 days. So before I started the launch, so the 30 days right before I started this relaunch, I had a total of 9 clicks in the um, earn per click program, which totaled about $3.24. Not a lot of money, but I had no strategy. This month, I have so far the 30 days that I've been doing this, I've had 21 clicks and about $4.75 in earnings. Not retirement income, but at least I see that I am earning more, and it definitely has the potential to do something really great. And it has doubled. So to me, that's proof that my product pins are getting traction. And like I said, I'm super picky. So for me, trust is way more than a few extra clicks. So what about the Creator Connections program? This is also a great opportunity, very similar to the sponsored products where we earn a bonus commission based on either the videos that we post or we talk about off-site on YouTube, Pinterest, whatever. We can earn bonus commission. So say I drive people to buy a tumbler, or let's just say I have a Pinterest pin on this coffee mug. People maybe really like John Deere. They go to Amazon, they buy this set of John Deere mugs. I will not only earn the regular Amazon influencer commission, but in Creator Connections, I can earn bonus commissions. Usually they start at 10% and some can go up to 50%. So that Creator Connections program is a great program that is great to capitalize on if you can, but I'm not chasing campaigns. Again, I'm very super picky. I don't want to be reacting and always be creating my content based on those creator campaigns that are out there. So if I choose content and a campaign comes up that is available on Creator Connections, I have a tool that will scrape because I create an idea list. It creates that, and then automatically I will get that bonus. And that's called the Oink for Influencer tool. I've talked about it briefly. Really, really good, but that's where I actually see the opportunity for us in the Amazon program. So to me, Creator Connections are just the icing on the cake. It's the foundation that's important. It's building the traffic that I can earn on every single day. Ironically, my biggest win hasn't been the commissions. Obviously, we see that they haven't really jumped up that much, but I've been able to finish my freebie, which I've been working on for a few weeks, but I've stopped getting stuck in the perfection mode and tweaking it, and it's done. I'm not changing fonts. I'm not making it look perfect. Yeah, there are things that I would change, but done is better than perfect, and they can only get better from here. So I published my high protein made simple guide. Now that's something that I generally think people may want and it will help grow my email list. And that's a much bigger long-term asset than one affiliate pin, right? So what I'm looking to do in the next 30 days or so, perfection is slowing me down. Some of the pins I almost didn't publish have done really well. And some of the ones I spent hours creating barely moved. Honestly, I haven't spent hours creating much, but a lot of times I create and then they sit in a folder. I'm getting them out Pinterest rewards consistency, and that's what I'm focusing on, not perfection. So every pin does not need to be amazing, and trust me, mine aren't, but they just need to be pinned, right? Nothing's going to happen if they don't get on the boards. So I've learned I need enough good content for Pinterest to understand my niche and find my audience for me. And that has completely changed how I create content. So that's been super important. And kind of like this YouTube video, last week's video was terrible. I almost didn't post it because the sound quality was bad, but done is better than perfection, and showing up and being consistent is more important. Here's what I'm focusing on for the next 30 days. I'm gonna spend little bit more time studying and understanding the analytics instead of just guessing, because I want the data to tell me what people actually want. One thing that I need to kind of dial in is my audience, because on Pinterest, that over 50 audience is a much smaller percentage of people. So do I want to keep my focus on Gen X? I think I definitely do. So I'm just going to have to realize that my Pinterest audience is small. Then I'm going to create a second freebie based on those analytics, see what people are actually looking for. And my biggest goal in the next 30 days, which is actually very small, but it still is a big goal because it shows consistency and that I'm making traction, is to get 10 email subscribers. So hopefully by the end of, well, the next 30 days, which will be about mid-July, I'll have 10 email subscribers that are not friends or family. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but every subscriber is a real person who chooses to hear from me again. And I'd rather have 10 subscribers that read my emails than 1,000 subscribers that never open them. I mean, let's face it, don't you get emails that you never even open after subscribing? I know I do. And not everything needs to lead to a blog post or sign up for my email. They can be product pins. So I'm going to be better about selling, because that's the object of the game, right? We need to sell. So if I pin 3 to 5 times a day, at least one of those pins every single day needs to be a product pin. And I need to get that out of my head. So I'm going to work on that. Sometimes people are just looking for great recommendations. So the pins they could lead to a Bendable list, because if it's not an Amazon product, we'll have that on Bendable, or a direct affiliate link on a different product, which is difficult for me to find the right programs and products for that. And finally, I think I've decided that I had a review YouTube channel that was just random. All my Amazon products were showing up there. I've decided to kind of dial that back and do one super focused YouTube video. Yeah, it will lead to products, but it's going to be way more focused on my niche and products that I like and enjoy. So have to create that content. So that takes a little bit of time too. So it's not super easy. I don't want this channel to feel like a random collection of Amazon products, which is the way it has been. And I have a lot of videos up there. They're not all great. It's kind of embarrassing, but it is growing steadily. So I don't want to just abandon it. I want to use it as a way to document the process of building the lifestyle and the business from the ground up. And I think that's going to make everything feel way more connected. So my final thoughts on the first 30 days is, it's not enough time to build a business, which we all know that, right? But it is enough time to start creating momentum, which is important, and to create consistency. So I'm really proud of the fact that I've stayed consistent, and I didn't stop after seeing nothing. They're seeing the numbers not jump at all. I kept publishing, I kept learning, and I kept improving, and I keep doing that every single day. And for the first time in a long time, I feel like I'm building something with a real foundation instead of just chasing commissions. I'll be back in another 30 days with another honest update. But in the meantime, I'm going to share more behind the scenes, all the tools that I'm using, what subscriptions I've canceled, and things that I really like, how I'm staying organized with all this content, which, trust me, that has been a process to figure that out. And what's actually helping me or stopping me or kind of blocking me from staying consistent. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below because that might inspire a future video. And check out the description below for any of the tools that I've mentioned in this series so far. Thanks so much for hanging out, and we'll see you on the next one.